They say a picture says 1,000 words, so let's have a look at this chart. This is right up to date a week ago, up to the 7th of May, bottom right hand side of the chart. It's the weekly deaths associated with COVID. Remember in the old days when we had one death and an hour at the pulpit from Jacinda and Chris Hipkins, looking after us all. One death was a nightmare. Now we're having plenty of deaths a week. But have a look at this chart. The failing New Zealand Labour Party government keeps very quiet about these facts. I wonder why. Well, New Zealand health system's in crisis. Many medical staff were mandated out of their jobs because of the vaccine they didn't want to take. Many medical staff are overworked and underpaid. Many nurses and doctors are heading off to Australia. The Chinese tourists full of COVID were welcome to New Zealand at the beginning of the year. And Kiwis with COVID still have to isolate for 7 days. Not because COVID's that bad, it's because the health system can't cope. Look at the deaths from Covid-19, they're still rising. There are grey bars and there are red bars. The grey bars are people who have died that have had COVID in the past 28 days. And the red bars are deaths attributed to COVID. So they're rising nicely right from the beginning of the year, all because the health system's in crisis. Yet the government won't tell you about this, they just say everything's just fine. So ask yourself, when you look at that chart, just ask yourself, is the failing Labour Party government doing a good job with the health system? Personally, I think they're doing an atrocious job, and I think we've got the worst government in living memory. And quite frankly, you need to kick them out, because they don't seem to understand how bad they are. Thank you for listening. WhangareiTim.